What's up, man? How you doing?
Pretty good. Happy it's the holiday weekend.
Yeah, I feel you.
Oh, man. All right. Let's just jump right into it. A shipment of baby wipes turns out to be $11.8 million worth of cocaine.
I heard about that. Wait, baby wipes.
Baby wipes.
Where did they seize it at?
At the border, it looks like. U.S. Customs and Border Patrol officers discovered more than 1,500 pounds of cocaine hidden in a place where you would at least expect a shipment of baby wipes.
Baby diapers.
I don't know. Is that really the place you'd least expect?
I would think if any large packaging, I would think should raise suspicion, right?
Right. But like baby shit, like it's already like powdery and white and shit. You know, like this picture. I'm looking at this picture and like, it's not that bad.
What do you mean? Aren't they diapers?
No, like baby wipes.
Oh,
like
baby wipes. I thought you said diapers.
No. It's like that SpongeBob episode where he's like ripping shit open and he's like,
Well, oh, so they're wipes. All right. Then the photo I'm envisioning kind of makes it sounds like it looks like drugs, yeah?
It does look like drugs.
Okay.
But also, I apologize. I did forget an HDMI cord, so I can't put it up on the TV to show you.
That's all right. But I actually just saw something the other day. I think it was in an airport. This wheelchair had a bunch of drugs in it. Or the tires of a wheelchair or something like that. Or maybe it was an electric motor. I think it was one of those electric wheelchairs with the bigger tires.
And they just stored cocaine
on the
in
insides of them. It's crazy. That's something I wouldn't have thought of.
But fuck, it was in an airport.
Yeah,
I feel like that's so dumb. Like, I feel like there's no like, I don't think you can just like get drugs.
Yeah,
in an
but
airport.
in an electric wheelchair.
Yeah, but there's still like, I feel like they have like dogs and shit walking around airports.
I would think.
Oh, dogs and stuff, not dogs and shit.
Right.
My mom said that I swear too much, so I'm trying to make an effort. Sorry, Mom.
Look at you, man. Better living.
I guess. So this one's for the kids. Okay. If you get this question right, I'll give you $1.
Okay.
So it's 1,552 pounds of cocaine. How many different packages is that in?
1,552 pounds?
Yeah, so I'll give you like an over-under, because obviously you're not just going to guess how many packages. So is it over or under 1,750? Like 1,750 packs. Is it more than that or less than that?
And it's 5,200 pounds?
It's 1,500 pounds.
1,500 over under what?
1,750 packages.
I'm going to say under. It's over.
1,935 packages of cocaine.
1,900. So what was I was trying to figure out the weight per package.
Quick math.
I didn't think I thought a package would weigh a pound about. Well, I guess that doesn't work out.
1.2, so like 1.25 pounds each.
Gotcha. Well, that was my thought process.
I guess you obviously have never sold cocaine before.
And I don't get $1. Shame on you.
Yeah, it's a shame. Okay, here's another one. Here's your chance, double or nothing.
Okay.
And by double or nothing, I mean if you get it wrong again, you pay me $1. How much do you think the value of that is? Over, under 8 million.
I want to say it's over, but I'm going to say it's under.
Oh, bro, come on.
It's over?
Go with your gut,
it's over?
11.8 million.
Damn.
These don't really feel like fair bets, though, because like, I'm just making lines up. So
yeah, well, I didn't think you would give me 2 overs in a row. So I was going on psychology on that. Tried to. Shame.
All right. All these suggested news articles are a little too heavy. I don't really want to do this.
Keep it light.
Yeah, I don't really want to do this. So
That's fine.
I guess that'll be our news segment for today. Because, just cocaine, light shit like that.
Yeah.
Light stuff like that.
Baby wipes. It's all good.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Thanksgiving, or it's Black Friday. So
Yes, it is.
it is, it's a 4-day weekend for me. Is it a 4-day weekend for you as well?
Yeah, Thursday to
That is
Sunday.
a wonderful thing. If you have to work on Friday, quit your job and get something else. But if you do have to work, hopefully this coming out Friday morning will give you a little bit of a boost for the day.
Did you have a good weekend?
I did. I was in Pittsburgh. I got to watch the Steelers play on Sunday. But I spent the whole time with my cousin, and we ended up meeting with another one of my cousin on Friday night, so always good to see some family, especially because we're not going up for Thanksgiving this year. But yeah, it was awesome. I got to explore some parts of Pittsburgh that I had never been in before. My cousin lives in Squirrel Hill, Mac Miller.
No way.
He's like, I was heading out and I drove past Frick Park Market.
That's sweet. You didn't stop by?
No.
Ah.
It was like a delayed reaction. So I drove past and I like kind of looked over at it and I was like,
Damn.
it just didn't, for some reason, it like just didn't click. And then I was like farther down the road and I was like, oh no, dude.
Oh, it was one of those moments.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sucks, man.
But it's
You
still
gotta go, yeah.
pretty cool. Pretty cool just to see it. But yeah.
How's the weather up there?
Cold.
Cold. I heard it flurried some in Pennsylvania this weekend.
Yeah, so driving up, it was all kinds of snow. I learned a new word, squall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned.
Squall.
Yeah, that's the first time I'd ever heard of that before.
Huh. Do you know what it means?
Yeah, it's like sudden. I guess it's like sudden, like really isolated snowstorm. So you can just be driving. That's because all it says is like beware of snow squalls all along the road. So you can just be driving and it's like completely normal, and then all of a sudden it's just like a lot of snow.
A blizzard.
Yeah.
Huh.
But so got to see some snow. It's the first snow I've seen this year, so that was kind of cool. But yeah, the game on Sunday, it was frigid. It was like, I think it was 27 degrees at kickoff.
That's really cool.
It was, yeah, I just, it was a lot of fun. It was a ton of fun, but dude, by the end, I was so cold. Steelers lost, unfortunately.
I heard it was a close game. I heard it was close at one point.
Yeah, we were leading at
20,
halftime, I
23 or
think.
something.
So, yeah, and he has seats like right in the end. Shout out John for the tickets and the trip. It was a blast. He has seats in the end zone, and every touchdown the Steelers scored was in that end zone.
Oh,
Just
wow.
Pretty lucky, So we got to see like all the major plays were like right in front of us. So that was super cool.
Yeah, that is really nice.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, then we like just like on Saturday and stuff, we just like went to some bars and stuff. So, but it was good to be up there. And yeah, earlier, and then after I got back, I was able to grab dinner with an old pal, Patrick, shout out, home from the Navy for a few days. So me and him grabbed some dinner and some beers in Charlottesville. So it's good. It's people I haven't seen him in probably like 2 years.
Oh, wow.
But we were like neighbors growing up. So I've obviously known him. We went to school together from kindergarten until we graduated high school. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, it was awesome.
That's always a good feeling, especially when it's been so long.
Yeah. I know it's like still getting started super, but it is kind of crazy that we're 6 episodes into this.
Right? It's like, yeah, it's been, I guess, about a month and a half.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 months.
It's wild. Also, I just feel like I think about the setup just in here, how much has changed just from the first time we did it. And I feel like I was like crouched over the desk trying to get my mic close to my mouth, and you were holding yours, right? So it does feel like we've made some big jumps.
Yeah. The progress is being documented. That's what I like about it. I think I think we could have. You could always start off better. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I like the fact that instead of prolonging the start time to make sure everything was top notch, ready to go, I sort of like that it wasn't.
The people were hungry.
Yeah, well, and it also, like I said, our progress is documented, so you can see sort of how, hopefully, how much better things have gotten episode to episode, you know?
And we appreciate all critique and feedback. Trying to get better every time.
Yeah, definitely.
So, on Instagram a little bit ago, I put out what album has no skips. So, let's start. I'll just ask you, what album has no skips?
Let's see. I don't know. I'm a big Life of Pablo fan.
Mm-hmm.
I think that album doesn't have any skips. Swimming, Mac Miller. I know somebody else said
That's
that
on the
as
list. Yep.
That album's great.
Would you argue that I don't want to say combo, but like back to back, Swimming and then Circles? Because I know you kind of didn't you buy like a pack with both of them in there?
Yeah, I got it's like I think it's called the Swimming in Circles collection or something like that.
So would you say that both of those albums have no skips?
I think so. I think that's just subjective at that point, but it took me a while to really enjoy Circles.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because I was, like I said before, I'm a huge Mac Miller fan, and when that album came out, it took me like a year to really like go and listen to it and want to sit through the whole thing. Because when it first came out, I wasn't a huge fan of it, but good album. I don't know if I'd say there's no skips though.
Fair. So I have the list here of what everybody put. So I guess I'll just read it off. Say yes or no.
Oh,
for your perspective,
If
and then we'll talk about it.
Okay.
But that's gonna be I'm gonna say it yes or no, and then we'll
that.
discuss after.
Cool.
Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd.
Facepalm.
Haven't heard it.
Nope.
Ooh.
Not from start to finish. I haven't.
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah. I mean, it's like I think you would be a huge fan because it's one of those ones that it benefits you to listen to it in order all the way through because like transitional stuff, which I know you're a pretty big fan of stuff like that. Okay, so put it on your list.
It's on my list, dude.
You should listen to it.
Because I've heard people say Pink Floyd's like the greatest band of all time, and arguments like that, like arguing their place in musical significance, I guess.
Yeah, influence for sure, but I've never been like a diehard Pink Floyd person, but I mean, it's one of those ones that it's a classic. You should listen to it for sure.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Okay. Awaken My Love, Childish Gambino.
I don't think so. I don't think that has no skips.
Yeah, I don't know. I respect it that someone put that because I think I just saw like Childish Gambino and I was just assuming it was going to be like, one of the older ones.
Because of the internet was pretty good.
But when I saw that they put that, I did respect that move. But
I respect it too because it's different.
Yeah, I really like the opening track on that. And obviously Redbone, I feel like that
fire.
Most people enjoy that song.
Yeah. It's just super catchy.
Acid Rap.
Ooh.
Chance the Rapper.
Yeah, that's a classic. I'm thinking of it. I'm trying to think of the track list right now. I would listen to that start to finish without skipping anything.
Yeah, sure. As soon as I saw that, the next time I was on a drive, I threw it on because I haven't listened to it in a really long time. But very good, very good. It's a shame they don't have Juice on Spotify.
Yeah,
sad.
I'm surprised he never tried to do that after he was able to get it on streaming platforms.
I guess it's obviously a lot harder than we think it is.
Oh, yeah, with the samples and stuff. Yeah, that's a really good song.
It is.
Man, I haven't listened to that
Me neither, because I feel like anytime I've listened to it recently, I've just threw it on Spotify, and I just,
man,
yeah.
that's a cool music video too in Town Square.
I've never seen the music videos. I don't think, or was it on that playlist you used to have?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I have seen it, but
it's cool. All right, what's next?
Salad Days, Mac DeMarco.
Okay. I don't know. I've listened to it once or twice, and I know a few of the regular like individual songs that are on there, but I haven't listened to it enough to tell you if I would skip anything on it.
I'm not anti Mac DeMarco. It's just one of those things. Like, I guess at one point in my life I thought I was like too cool, but like at this point it's just like I just haven't listened to it. It's not that I don't like it, and what I have heard I don't hate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But because that's a pretty big album for him, if I'm not mistaken. Probably it has like some of his bigger songs on it.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't know who he was until. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't know how I got and how he sort of like came about, because he's been doing his thing for a while.
Yeah, I don't know where
And
I know his number one song on Spotify is on this album, so I don't know if this was kind of his like when he
I know
hot,
he had a few songs that went pretty viral on TikTok, I guess, that were always in the backgrounds of videos, but I think it was like 2 years ago, which I don't know the time progress. Anyways, I don't know how he or where he came from really, but I like his music. It's pretty chill for the most part, and I have it on in the background.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of heard a few songs on like some of those pre-generated Spotify playlists, because I feel like he's pretty popular, so I feel like they kind of plug him on a lot of different ones.
Yeah.
But yeah. Slow Hand, Eric Clapton.
Mm-mm.
So that's like Cocaine. I Shot the Sheriff, maybe? You probably know a lot of songs off of there, just not.
Yeah, I can't say I know the album.
Yeah.
What about you?
I
No skips?
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever listened to it, but I mean, Eric Clapton, I feel like it's always like a good album to at least throw on. Like, it's good music. I feel like that's something that very minimal people can complain about.
Yeah.
Like, if you complain when someone puts Eric Clapton on, then I don't know. It's like, I feel like you're trying too hard.
He's definitely a quality artist.
Stoney.
Post Malone?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good album. I think that's his best album.
No skips. I agree with this one.
Right? I think that's his best album.
I remember I used to jam this all the time years and years ago, but it's been a long time now. But I just feel like everything that's come out since then, I've just never enjoyed. So now I don't even really consider myself a Post Malone fan anymore. But I used to love this album.
He's really changed a lot. It's really crazy to see now that I think about it. How mainstream he's gotten, which I guess he's sort of always been on the mainstream end of music with like White Iverson and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of always been that way.
But now I just feel like, well, there are probably some radio songs on Stoney, right? Some songs you might hear on the radio or you hear at a party and stuff.
Yeah, well, isn't White Iverson on Stoney?
Is it really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Man, Congratulations is on there.
Congratulations is on
that
there.
That song's probably triple platinum or something.
Let's see the track list.
But I remember that being, I don't know, whenever he put out a new project, I just remember always hearing.
You're comparing it to that almost.
Yeah.
Go Flex is on there.
I really like that song.
Yeah, Congratulations.
That was
Up There, dude, Up There is that song.
Up There? I can't even think of that right now.
That has the Pharrell intro. The dun, 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 dun.
I gotta listen to that.
That song is
Does Money
insane.
Made Me Do It on there?
No.
Money Made Me Do It.
Deja Vu. Isn't that Justin Bieber?
Justin Bieber's on there?
I think that's it. Oh, no, Money Made Me Do It is on here. I'm sorry.
I like that.
Feeling Whitney. Great song.
Yeah.
Broken Whiskey Glass. Great song.
That one's good. Yeah, good album.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it in a long time. Next one, Swimming. Kind of already went there. I agree. Great album.
Skips.
Yeah.
Perfect album.
After Hours.
I'm just trying to make sure I'm thinking of the right album because he put out 2 albums in the last 2 years, I think.
Yeah, that's
Dawn FM is the most recent one.
Yes, I think so.
I really like that album. I think After Hours is cool. I think that was the one where everybody thought he should win a Grammy, but he didn't. Or he didn't even get I don't even know if he got nominated.
Bro, I just like I can't get into The Weeknd. I've tried.
Really?
I don't know. Blinding Lights, dude. He was good at the Super Bowl. Remember when The Weeknd did the Super Bowl?
It was a really cool, yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
That was a crazy performance.
I was not excited about it,
yeah.
but I was blown away.
So have you tried, like, what have you listened to from him?
Just the things that they play on the radio. So it's not a fair. Yeah. It's not a fair. Can't get into him. I guess can't get into him is the thing. I just won't get into him. But I mean, maybe I should listen to this. Someone did say it has no skips, so I think that's
his newer music too.
How long has he been making music for?
I mean,
like, professionally.
Was it at least 10 years probably? Because I think he was on Take Care. That Drake album came out 2014. No, when did that come out? 2011.
Take Care. I was gonna say 2011.
Because I know The Weeknd was on that, and I know he and Drake were. I don't know, because I think when The Weeknd came up, there was a lore to him.
See, I didn't think I knew that. 2011.
Okay, so yeah, I know The Weeknd was on there. So I mean, he's been doing his thing for some time.
Yeah, I didn't know that he was on there. Dude, yeah. Drake's another. I understand like his influence, but like I do not listen to Drake's music, But like, I feel like it's not that it's not for me. I just have never really given it a true chance.
Yeah.
Uncultured.
I think one thing that makes me like Drake as an artist is like the story or like the narrative of him coming up with Lil Wayne, who's like one of the greats, and him coming up when Nicki Minaj was coming up. Like when I was listening to rap music in middle school and stuff, Young Money was like running everything,
Mm-hmm.
And they had Tyga and like all these different artists.
Mm-hmm.
And then seeing like how big he's gotten from that, because in a lot of situations, if somebody attaches himself to a legendary artist like that, I mean, it'll help you get a decent ways, but it's only going to take you so far. And like we talked about before in the previous recording, you have to show like everything that you're putting into it, if I'm making any sense. You know what I mean? You can't just expect a cosign to take you to the top. You really got to put the work in.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying. Plus, I mean, he got shot on Degrassi, so that's something.
Yeah.
I mean, major come up. Yeah, dude, that was wild. Was he still in the show after that? He was like in a wheelchair. His character was in a wheelchair.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Damn. Crazy that dude can walk again. That's not very funny.
Right.
Okay.
That's all right.
Speak Now, Taylor Swift. We got this one twice.
Yeah, you already know how I feel.
I think we kind of touched on Taylor Swift in general.
I still haven't listened to her new album.
Dude, did you follow along with the whole Ticketmaster thing at all?
Not super closely on the Taylor Swift end, but shout out to Zach Bryan because he's sort of been going viral for saying all my homies hate Ticketmaster.
Yeah. There was like a lot of people who were given pre-sale codes that were not able to get tickets.
Mm.
I read somewhere that Ticketmaster's website, when like that pre-sale went live, their website had 3.4 billion service requests at once, just from like bots and stuff. And that's like kind of the whole point of this pre-sale is to like deter the bots, but that doesn't mean they're not going to try. So yeah, it was like 4 times their peak ever. So the website was just like destroyed all day. But yeah, it's a mess.
Ticketmaster sucks.
Well, I mean, it really is like a monopoly. Like there's where else are you going to buy tickets at?
You're not.
Exactly. So they can
suck. Ticketmaster sucks.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just like it was so crazy to me because like my girlfriend is going to go with my sister and my cousin and then her sisters. So that's 6 tickets and she got them like no problem. And then I just started reading more and more like how crazy it's getting. So at least she got them.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's it just sucks that you'll be waiting over an hour ahead of time, and then you still strike out because you get kicked out of a lobby or something. I don't know.
And it was also supposed to be like her last show that got canceled from COVID. She was doing like 2 big shows, one East and one West. And if you had tickets to that, you're supposed to get priority. But my sister had tickets to that and did not get a pre-sale code. But my girlfriend did, but she didn't have tickets to that. So like that was kind of just all BS that they made up.
How long do you think it'll be before those ticket prices start coming down? Have
What
you
do you
seen
mean?
how much they're selling for?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think
it's like $100,000.
Yeah, I feel like some of that is kind of like that'll.
Nobody's
dissipate.
actually buying that.
That's kind of a joke, probably, right?
But
I mean, they're always going to be expensive.
Like $20,000?
No,
$5,000?
for like floor VIP, because I think they have like I don't know, but I'm pretty sure they sell like floor tickets, which would be general admission, but I'm pretty sure they have like VIP, so you can like guaranteed to get like the first couple rows. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, she's a big artist, dude. She's going to 52 stadium tour show, sold out every night. It's insane. Phoebe Bridgers is her warm-up, dude. She sold out 2 nights at the Anthem, and she's her warm-up.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane. But anyway, this album, Speak Now, that's Sparks Fly.
Is that the new album?
No, this is like an old one.
Oh, okay.
From 2010.
Damn.
I know songs from this, but I can't say I've listened to the whole thing. We got it twice.
The Taylor Swift album?
Yeah, the same one.
We got some Swifties in our audience.
Shout out the Swifties. Sorry if you didn't get tickets. Okay. Nirvana, MTV Unplugged. Are you a Nirvana guy?
I wouldn't say I'm a Nirvana guy, but I know their big songs and stuff, and I know that Unplugged album.
So you do know it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think it has any skips on it? I've never listened to it. For
the sake of it being a live album, I'm gonna say no.
There you go. All those MTV Unplugs are good, dude.
Yeah,
They're all good.
That's sort of also what I'm going off of. I think Lauryn Hill has the MTV Unplugged, or she has. I think it's an Unplugged.
Something like it.
Yeah, and I really like that one. I love the live albums, and especially when they're that unplugged concept or acoustic.
So good. So good. And they did a cover of a song called The Man Who Sold the World. And when I was a lot younger, I was in a band, and the one kid like loved that song, so he made us cover it, but we would literally play it for like hours every single day. So I've kind of learned to not enjoy it as much, but that's like the first thing I thought of when I saw someone put this album, because I knew that's what it was from. But yeah, I think anything that says like Unplugged gets a pass for being really good.
W.
Yeah. So shout out to that person who put that one in.
What was the name of your band? I know you know.
I'm really digging. Oh. Rhombus.
Rhombus?
Yeah.
Let's go. I feel like you may have told me that before.
We did
Rhombus.
We played at the State Theater in Culpeper.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Damn.
Sold out 3 nights. No, it was like some like stupid talent show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you know, we
That's
were
cool,
like
though.
kids, but we worked pretty hard.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool.
That is sweet.
Shout out everyone in that band. Patrick was in that band, the guy I was talking about earlier.
Oh, nice.
We were actually just talking about when we were at dinner, talking about that song.
That's awesome.
Yeah, shout out.
All right, what's next?
Grace, Jeff Buckley.
I don't know it.
So that's like, there's like Hallelujah is on there. So it's like stuff like that.
Hallelujah. Yeah, I'm not about to sing on here.
You sure?
Yeah, positive.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. So it's Jeff Buckley, and this is his only studio album, which is what I'm reading that right now. 1994. Poor sales and mixed reviews. So shout out person who put this in. It's very indie of you. I like that.
This is still for the Jeff Buckley album?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Hallelujah.
I'll check it out.
I guess it's like some kind of like religious. I don't even know how to describe it. Yeah, I don't know really anything about this one, so except that it has the song Hallelujah on it, which is pretty unique. Never Story, JID, whatever.
I don't know the whole album.
See, I really like this album. This is the only one I really know. I don't know like any of his other albums.
Is this the new one?
No, this is the old one, like Ed, Ed and Eddie and
Is this
Never.
the one with the Grammy on it?
No, that's the second album.
DiCaprio story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, this has Never on it, and Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Speak on it. Is it good?
Yeah, it's really good.
No skips?
I'm gonna give it the stamp. No skips.
Okay.
It's good.
You heard it here.
No skips. Give it a listen if you haven't. Some really, really cool stuff on there. So the same person put this one and the Jeff Buckley in. So they got some range.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that. Enter the Wu-Tang.
Yeah, it's cool.
I've probably never listened to them
That's
at
cool.
all.
I know like the classics like Cream and all that. There was actually a Wu-Tang show on Hulu, and I watched that, and that got me more interested in listening to checking their music out.
I saw that. Is that good?
The show?
Yeah.
I really liked it. There was only it was a pretty short series, maybe 1 or 2 seasons, but Joey Badass is in it.
Oh, so it's like it's not a documentary. It's like a show.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Joey Badass is in it.
That's cool.
Dave East, he's another rapper. He's in it. And I want to say there's a couple more famous people in it. Maybe an NBA player. But it's cool.
Yeah, I saw that pop up on my Hulu before, but yeah, I have not checked that out.
Yeah, I'd
before.
recommend it. Well, I mean, it got me into it, and if you've never really...
It could be a good way to kind
everybody
of jump
knows
in.
who the Wu-Tang Clan is,
Yeah.
but it's like not nobody, but I didn't know
Yeah.
much more about them other than them being like a legendary group. Like people compare them to NWA and stuff.
Right.
Like who's bigger for the culture.
Well, apparently Enter the Wu-Tang has no skips, so
Go listen to it.
I'll listen to it because I feel like it's culturally important.
They have a version with acapella on there too.
Oh, really?
Where you just hear them rapping. It's pretty cool.
Damn. That's cool.
Recommend. Any others?
Oh, I got more. You want to keep going?
Up to you. Let's do one more.
Okay.
Pick a good one.
I know. All right, let's do 2 more.
All right. That's
one
fine.
that I think one that we both can speak on pretty good. 808s.
808s and Heartbreak. No skips.
None.
No skips.
I remember you playing that for me the first time.
Well, I don't know. Some people skip Pinocchio's story.
Is that a bad move? Is that the biggest mistake people are making?
It's
Isn't
just-
that live?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's long.
Yeah.
From what I remember. But I don't know if it shows you how he was feeling at the time, that time of his life. It's crazy, the stuff he's talking about. But 808s, great album, super influential, revolutionary.
Revolutionary?
I think so.
In what way?
I don't know. It sparked a whole different wave. It sparked a whole new sound with what people still hear today. Like talking more about your emotions and stuff like that in your music. Like, I don't know. You see it all the time with artists who are buzzing today. They're always, that album seems to come up more than other Kanye albums, other than like College Dropout and Late Registration.
Yeah, I guess in Dark Twisted Fantasy, I feel like it's kind of something people quote a lot. Or not quote, but,
Yeah.
talk about.
Yeah, but in terms of being the best album of all time, because you look at what he's coming back from. But I think I don't think Dark Fantasy was it wasn't as influential as 808s was.
Right. Damn, dude, we just missed the day. Came out November 24th.
Dark Fantasy, yeah.
No, 808s.
Seriously?
24th, 2008. Yeah, I'm
Dark
reading it right
Fantasy came out.
22nd, right? Because I
Yeah, it
just
was
saw
like
that.
2 days ago.
I saw
That's
some big
today.
thread. Today's the 23rd.
Then it was yesterday.
So,
Gotcha. But yeah,
damn.
man. 808's great album. Favorite songs on there. Heartless, obviously. It's a great song.
Yeah, I feel like that's like just a.
Heartless, Streetlights, and Love Lockdown. Ah, man. I love the drums on that.
Great album cover. Great album cover. Simple, but one of my favorites. One time I saw one at the record store, and this is one I kicked myself for not buying, but it was like a deluxe edition
Of 808s?
Yeah, and the album cover was different because it had like the cartoon gloves on it, like grabbing the heart thing. I don't know what was different.
Copped.
Dude, I know, I'm an idiot. It was probably expensive. I think I remember it being pretty
Probably
expensive.
copped. That's cool. I wonder what all it had in it.
It might have
just had
been
artwork with
yeah,
it.
I think that's all it was. Because I
That's
mean,
cool.
I don't think there was ever a edition with more tracks. But
Last one.
favorite worst nightmare, Arctic Monkeys.
Take it away.
So that's their second album. It has Fluorescent Adolescent on it. Do you know that song?
Dun, dun. I love that song.
Yeah. So, again, that was another one. As soon as I read that, I was like, man, it's been too long. So I threw that one on for sure.
What's the cover?
It's like a dark house, kind of. It's like all black,
I
and
can't
then
think of it.
but yeah, Fluorescent Adolescent banger 505, still a pretty real, because I think that song went big on TikTok or something. So that song
really?
like came back, because if you go to like the top 50 in the United States, like that song has started to like creep back in there, which is pretty crazy. At least on Spotify. Yeah, Do Me a Favor, banger.
I gotta check it out.
Only Ones Who Know, like that is like peak, like, you know, like a good sad late night, like
Yeah.
kind of more somber. That is like, it's hard to beat that song. Balaclava, all of it, a great album.
What year was that album?
Let's see, it's been a while, because that's definitely their second, 2007.
Man, I think my brother was probably listening to him then,
Probably.
because he was in high school. That's cool.
Yeah, those are just, and they pull out songs from that are just absolutely electric when they play concerts, which is cool. I mean, all their songs are good live, but that's like that gets the people going for sure. Brian Storm and
That's awesome.
yeah. Okay, that was good. Sorry if we didn't get to yours. There's just a lot.
Yeah.
But that was really good.
Some of these albums I'll definitely add into my list of records to go spin.
Yeah, I want to as well, because there's definitely a lot like that I haven't heard, and there's a few that we didn't cover that I haven't heard either. So I'm definitely going to make it a point, because you can always expand your music taste.
Yeah.
And if you listen to this podcast, you have just impeccable taste. So
Peak.
okay.
Keep sending in albums too, or
Yeah.
any kinds of music you want to
Yeah,
check
and
out.
then we did a TV one as well. So, and I'll probably do a movies one. Like, I just love hearing what people's favorite things are, because it's like, if you feel that strongly about it, then it has to at least be worth something.
Definitely.
So I was, do you listen to Lex Friedman's podcast?
So my first introduction, I've seen him on Rogan before,
Mm-hmm.
and then I watched a interview because Ye went on there, and I see some
that's right,
clips
yeah.
of him on YouTube now. But I know who he is, and I know what his podcast is.
Yeah, so that's one of my favorite podcasts, and I'm actually going to be appearing on it next week. No, I'm just kidding. But
Seriously?
he just had on, I haven't listened to it yet, but Chris Tarbell, and it's the FBI agent who took down the Silk Road, like the dark web, like drug
Yeah.
trafficking thing. Anyway, I was trying to like dig a little bit more into him. I haven't listened to it yet, but I was on his Wikipedia page, and it turned out that he went to JMU. Little fun fact.
Really?
Yeah, little fun fact.
He's a Duke.
Yeah. Speaking of Dukes, My sister's in the studio with us.
We got a live audience.
Unfortunately, she's not mic'd, but we'll get her. We will get her mic'd and on soon. But yeah, I just found that interesting. I just feel like anything that's like kind of close to home is like, oh shit.
Especially when it's stuff like that.
Yeah. But yeah, I just feel like I was like reading something a long time ago about like the Silk Road being taken down, but I'm obviously like I can't speak intelligently on it, so I'm looking forward to the podcast.
Can you do me a favor and Google something?
Mm-hmm.
Can you Google French dark web and see what comes up? I saw something on Twitter today, and it was this video of this guy talking, and apparently he has 38 names of people who, I don't know if they're associated in the dark web or something, but he was saying, or maybe not dark web.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything
He said Jeff
recent.
Bezos was one of the names. So I was on Twitter when I saw it, though. So
wait, so they see someone?
They're like, they've got some classified information that, and they said they have 38 names, and Bezos is one of them.
It's just the Epstein list.
Well, I don't know.
Just kidding.
Yeah. Well, maybe it wasn't that relevant if you're not able to see it on Google. That's what we talked about last week. You got to know what you're getting into when you go on Twitter.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But what about the crypto guy, the FTX guy? Have you heard anything about this whole?
I don't think so.
So essentially, he just stole like billions of dollars, right, from the people. Like the entire cryptocurrency is like dead.
Yeah.
But he's just like in the Bahamas.
Just living.
Yeah. Like he just fled. And it's like a known thing that he's there. But I feel like I see a lot of people freaking out online because it's like, white collar crime.
Yeah.
Is going unpunished. It's like, he's going unpunished again. But like, I guess it just takes a long time to like get him out of there. But obviously, he has to be guilty of something.
Well, you got to think people are looking to get at him too. Yeah. That's what I would think. People who lost a ton of money and that stuff, especially if they were they were a close friend to him in some sense, and he didn't let them know that it was a good time to stop investing in it or anything like that.
So, my understanding is like they essentially were just running a company like just based on like good vibes. Like there was no bookkeeping. No one knew where any of the money was going.
That makes a lot of sense.
Employees were just like using the money to just buy houses and stuff. But what's crazy about that is it's not really a true cryptocurrency because it's not decentralized. Because there was like a central, it's like I just don't understand exactly what the difference between that and like just a bank was.
And because he's untouchable or what?
No, not necessarily that. I'm just saying like the beauty of cryptocurrency is the decentralization. So there's not one central thing that all of the money is like being thrown at. And that's like why so many people like Bitcoin is because of the decentralized thing. But yeah, I just Googled FTX, and the first thing is crypto firms FTX ownership of a U.S. bank raises questions because it's like if it owns a bank, what's the difference between just like it being like a really terrible bank? Does that make sense?
I think so. I
don't know, but I guess what I was getting to is that like they won't put out the Epstein list, and I feel like people are just as angry about that just because it's like powerful people don't get what's coming to them. So I wouldn't doubt that Jeff Bezos is doing some shady stuff. Dude's like a multi-billionaire.
Yeah. Might have to let it slide though if he's going to be the new owner of the Washington Commanders. I'm pretty excited to get Dan out of there.
No matter what he does, it can't be as bad as Dan Snyder. So it's like,
right.
Free pass.
Get Jay-Z in there too.
He?
Yeah, I've heard Jay-Z and Bezos have been in talks about going in together on it. That'd be exciting.
Imagine like when they show the Commanders games on TV and they flash to the box and it's just Jay-Z and Jeff Bezos next to each other. It's like, wow, what a riveting conversation that must be.
Right? Yeah, they were seen getting dinner together like a couple weeks ago.
Really?
Out in L.A., yeah. Dang. Be cool. I just want Dan out of there, but...
Well, I think he's like out, right? Or he's trying to sell the team.
I think so. And I know that did he get subpoenaed or something? I heard the district attorney in D.C. was coming at him for something.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, wasn't he like taking pictures of the cheerleaders and sending it out? And
He was
like
doing
just
something,
and
man.
like exploiting Sean Taylor, like all of it. It's just dirty.
I don't know. I don't support him financially at all.
You don't send money to the Dan Snyder Foundation?
No, I don't do anything. I don't watch the football games. I literally don't do anything that attributes to him making money.
So if he's out,
Except
will you
for talking
become
about it like we are right now?
Will you be a fan?
If he gets kicked out?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
You'll be back to being full fandom?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll buy 3 jerseys.
3?
Maybe 4.
Would you buy a pair of Jordans like Taylor Heineke?
Yeah. 11s. I'll probably buy a helmet too. That's how ready I am to throw money at that team.
Okay.
I'm telling you, once he's out of there, I'll be the biggest fan.
Okay.
Not actually, but
fan ambassador?
It could be.
Okay.
They might be sponsoring the pod. Right?
Well, I have news for you. They already are. Okay. Pivot.
What you got?
I'm reading my bottle cap. It says an honest day's work might take days.
An honest day's work might take days. Yeah, I like that.
I do too. I feel like it's just like, don't overwork yourself. I guess this is kind of what I'm gathering from it.
Trust the process too. Don't get ahead of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Just take it day by day to see a better day.
Yeah, I feel like it's a common thing to be like, everything should be taken care of at the end of the day, right? But I feel like it's obviously that's a good way to, it's not a bad thing to live that way, but it's like, I guess it's saying like you shouldn't rush yourself.
Wait, what's the quote again?
An honest day's work might take days. That's on a Coors Banquet bottle cap.
That's cool.
What's yours say?
The same thing.
Oh.
They got you.
Come on, guys.
They got you. No, I like the quote, though. An honest day's work might take days. That's nice.
I don't hate it.
Those Coors Banquets came from Colorado, didn't they?
Yeah, my old man brought them all the way back. So, and he kept them cold the whole time because a Coors should never get warm. So, like when I see Coors, and the Coors Light says the same thing, and they almost tell on themselves because there's nothing worse than when you drink a beer that's been warm and then cold again. No, I mean there's things worse than that, but
right. No, I get you.
But the thing about Coors is it says, and Coors Light's advertise this way as well. It's like cold filtered, cold processed, cold packaged. So when it's sitting in a Walmart and it's warm, you've already told me that it has been cold and then got warm again.
Oh, that's true.
So you're telling on yourself. Like it's like I won't buy Coors Light that's not cold because it's like I know it's been warm. Or if I'm believing what you're telling me, it was cold, now it's warm, and it's going to be cold again, which is gross.
Right. Huh. What do you think that does for the producer of those, like the places where you get your Coors Light stuff?
What do you
think
mean?
that makes them? Are they conscious of that marketing to where they
Obviously not, because you see it
not in a cooler?
Yeah, which not a lot, but I don't know. I just feel like that's like obvious to me. Like, why would you put that warm? And it's like, did it get delivered warm? When did it get warm?
Yeah, you gotta have the receipts to that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and I also just feel like it's probably just more expensive to ship it cold. I mean, it has to be more expensive to ship it cold places. So even the ones in the fridge, did they get warm and cold again? So it's like, yeah. I just feel like they're almost telling, it's like almost like anti-marketing, because it's like, it's trying to make it sound so crisp and refreshing that it was packaged and processed cold, but it had to have gotten warm again and then cold again, which is like, nobody wants to drink beer like that.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be more conscious of that. I feel like usually I'll pick up drinks that are coming out of the cooler, but
same. But
knowing that, Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Staying on beer, we talked about this a long time ago, but I think it might have even been off air, but the price of beer still doesn't make any sense to me. I got a 15 pack, right, of like craft beer. And it was $3 more than a 12 pack of Bud Light. How does that make sense?
That's a good deal.
It's a great deal, but it wasn't on sale. Like, how does that make sense?
Expensive.
How does that make sense?
It doesn't. It was on sale though. You said
No,
right?
it wasn't.
Oh, no, it doesn't make any sense.
I mean, I got it and I'm happy with it, but it's just like, this is obviously a very, like, in comparison, I'm sure the brewery I got it from, I think it's a Golden Road or something. It's a big brewery, but it's like, it's not as big as Budweiser. But yet I'm getting like a much better, I guess better is also kind of a subjective thing when it comes to beer.
Oh, if it's craft.
Yeah, but it's like,
versus
it's not like, it feels good, and it's like probably more percentage, and it tastes good.
ABV. Yeah.
And it's just like, it was $3 more, but I got 3 more beers. So it's like,
yeah, $1 a beer.
I mean, come on.
Can't beat it.
Come on. What kind of bourbon is that?
The Rockford guy.
Okay. Yeah. My sister's sipping some bourbon in the corner, with the big ice cube. It's very official.
Shout out.
Yeah. So I can kind of go into this. This is kind of cool because we have a bottle down here as well. In Las Vegas, one of the companies we work with, Rockford Fosgate, shout out, please sponsor this. They came out with this kind of partnership bourbon with Garrison Brothers in Texas. Have you ever heard of that before?
No.
So I guess it's kind of like an up and coming bourbon brand because I'd never heard of it before either. But everyone I have talked to about it, like, I feel like bourbon heads I've talked to about it, like, are kind of into
They
it.
know about it.
Yeah. Did you know about it beforehand, Steph? No. Okay.
Garrison Brothers.
Yeah, here, I'll grab the bottle. It's actually pretty cool. So they had like a bunch of guys from Rockford go out and like taste different barrels, and then they picked out like, I think it was 8 different barrels, and then they like gave us these like customized bottles.
This is sweet.
Check it out.
Special unboxing.
Yeah.
I like how it's interesting because it's reminding me, I'm getting Jack Daniel's vibes from this bottle.
It definitely has that like grit to it, but I think it's pretty expensive, like that bourbon.
Yeah. I just mean like the bottle itself, except it's more like a rectangle, not a square, like the JD is. This is cool. I like this is like metal too, isn't it?
Yeah, they gave them like, they made those and then they like pressed them on.
That's sweet. 94 proof. Straight out of Texas. Can't beat it.
So since they're not in Bourbon County, Kentucky, they have to pay like a royalty to them to call it bourbon because you shouldn't. It's like kind of like a champagne situation. So, but yeah, I've tried it.
Is it good?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's pretty killer. So set that over here.
Heck
It's
yeah.
it's a good ornament for the vibes of the room. So
I like that. We gotta get some more bottles in here.
yeah, we should just set them out, but we'll do a bourbon and cigar recording someday.
Yeah.
But that's like some real Joe Rogan behavior.
Yes, sir. We get the bottles like Drink Champs.
Oh,
You see
dude,
the bottles they
yeah. But yeah, so that's a pretty cool collab they did. They even shot like a commercial and everything. It's it's like really cool. But yeah.
Oh, check it out. They sell it in Virginia, or
So they don't sell this one obviously because it was like a special, but they
Yeah.
do sell Garrison Brothers. I think it's like a pretty national brand. So
check it out.
yeah.
Is this a one-time collab, or you think there's a future business?
I don't know. I mean, they shot a commercial, right? So I don't know. They did a similar thing with Maker's Mark in the past. It's pretty much the same thing, but I don't know with the commercial. Like, I feel like that's kind of a big deal. Like, you don't just shoot a commercial for just this because they're not selling it. It's just kind of like for people that work with them.
Huh. Speaking of marketing,
Okay, go ahead.
have you heard about like the shitstorm with Balenciaga in the last day and a half?
Oh yeah, dude. What were they thinking?
It's
What were
bad.
they thinking?
For those who don't know, they put out this marketing campaign, and they have kids holding like these stuffed animals that are like in bondage and stuff. It's like child pornography essentially.
It's
I don't know.
borderline. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like literally like they're like leather straps around the kids to the stuffed animals. Like it's disgusting.
Yeah, it's whack. It's so whack. They had they also had like a court document that was on a table. I don't know if you saw this.
I was trying to read it, but I couldn't get like what is it said something about pornography, right?
The court document was related to a case where it had something to do with child pornography, and it was everything I've been seeing. It's not good. I just think it's so weird because not a lot of places are talking about it, and I guess because they're such a big brand. I don't know.
Scary, dude. And it's like, what? Who thought of that? And you know how many people had to sign off on that?
Well,
because you could just blame it on being like, oh, well, somebody like is fucked up person and they like did this, but it's like that's not like a company that big don't just like somebody doesn't just make that. Like that was signed off of by a lot of people.
yeah, and the person who took the photos, the photographer for that, has sort of came out and has made some comments where he's standing on that, like he's all right with it. So people have looked more into him, and then there's more stuff coming up. I don't know, man. It's just crazy.
Like, if you take those pictures and then like you gotta just I can't believe he would defend it, right? Like,
right.
Why wouldn't he just be like, well, hey, I'm doing a job,
right?
Like that still like makes you like a twisted person who doesn't have good judgment. But like if you're just gonna sit there and say that was okay, it's like, dude.
Well, it's not even like you're like in his position. You're not even standing up for something. We're standing up, like, you know what I'm saying.
It's
like
about the art, dude.
The hill you're dying on is not one that a lot of people are agreeing with you on. I don't know. With kids, I just think anything involving kids is way too much.
It is, dude. I mean? And what did that have to do with anything?
Exactly.
It had nothing to do with anything. And it's like you see that and you're just like, you get that like sick feeling in your stomach, dude. That's bizarre. I mean, Balenciaga in general is pretty bizarre, but man, that like just.
I think historically, people are gonna forget about it. It's gonna be just like Louis Vuitton and Gucci whenever, because they've had tons of racist stuff come out, like ads they've done for some of their pieces and stuff like that, and people boycott them for a short amount of time, and then next thing you know, they're back into supreme relevancy again. I don't know. It's weird. Just shows that big corporations can't really get touched when it comes to
it's the same thing we were talking about before. It's just like, plus it's like if you and I boycott Balenciaga, this podcast officially disavows from Balenciaga. We're cutting all sponsorship ties.
Yeah, I'm not rocking with them.
They just offered us $200 million, but we said no.
Nah, can't do it.
We're above that.
Sorry, Demna.
Sorry. But you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Because it's like, who are we? Who are the people on Twitter? But
what does matter is if we know what's going on, and if you hear people talking about it, you can be like, hey, did you know this, and this? Mm-hmm. Then they might not feel inclined to wear that apparel, you know?
That's fair. All you can do is get the word out as much as you can.
Yeah.
Bizarre. But what's up with the court document? Why would you even do that? That's so intentional.
What doesn't make any sense.
It's so intentional.
Yeah. And like they had
it's almost like a sabotage, but it's like the entire marketing department wanted to sabotage the company. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it feels so like conspiracy. Like
go on Google, type in BAAL, or type in Balenciaga and then type in BAAL and see what comes up. Because they were selling this caution tape too, and on the caution tape it said Balenciaga, but they spelled it BAAL, and I saw something referencing that to like worshiping Satan or something like that. Do you see anything about it or no?
No, I mean, as soon as you search Balenciaga, it's just like a million things about what we're talking about,
Okay.
which rightfully so.
That's good.
Did you see this?
Talking about it.
Yeah, look at this picture. Oh, you're looking at it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's insane.
It's pretty crazy. But yeah, it's business as usual. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just,
Sucks.
and it's like, sorry, it's like, what? Are you serious? That
Yeah.
really, like, this is really happening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, Balenciaga's out.
Yeah, for sure.
Officially.
Yeah. That's wacky. Do you prefer to do like a big Thanksgiving with a bunch of family or just something small with immediate family?
All the family.
The more the merrier?
Yeah.
Okay. So how many, like this year, how many people are going to be at your Thanksgiving dinner table?
Well, we're going to 2 different places. So the first one probably like a cool maybe like 10, 15, and then the second one maybe like 12 to 16 maybe.
Okay, so have you ever been in a situation where there's a kids table needed?
Yes.
When
So
did you graduate
day,
from the kids table to or are you still there?
No, I'm not there. But back in the day, we used to. I mean, it'd be the whole family. It'd be like 50 people there or something, and then it'd be a kids table. But I'd say maybe like 13. Nah, probably like 15.
That's when you graduated?
Yeah, because I still sit with my cousins and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like we still sit at the kids table, right? Yeah.
So you never leave the kids table.
Yeah, I mean, why would you? Like,
right?
Shout out to, sorry to all my friends and our listeners that have to go talk to their uncles now that Trump's running again in 2024. My heart goes out to you.
Should be good though. That makes for some good content, dude.
Does it?
Can't deny it.
I mean, you're not filming content. You're just getting in fights with your uncle at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but I don't know. I consume content.
Okay.
If something's entertaining, it's content.
That's fair. That's fair. But my heart still goes out to you. This year is going to be small for us. We usually go big, but this year it's going to be super small, so it's just me and my parents.
Do you like that more or what?
I don't mind staying home, but it's always great to see the family, so that kind of sucks. But
yeah.
We'll see them in January. So.
Oh, for New Year's or Christmas?
Do like a after Christmas party with like the whole family, so that's cool. Whole mom's side of the family.
Yeah, that'll be nice. Are you looking forward to anything specific on Thanksgiving Day?
I mean, I love the fact that it's just about like eating, drinking, and watching football. Like it's like a day to do that where you can't be judged for being like ridiculously like a fat slob. So I enjoy that. But yeah, I mean, it's nice to relax, and I'll never be upset with a 4-day weekend.
Yeah, that's probably it's probably the part I'm most excited for. A few days off. Yeah. And then seeing all the family and stuff.
Yeah.
But
it will be sad. Like, I feel like I enjoy to like play like a family football game in the yard, like I do like that, but so I'll be missing that this year. A couple years ago I was playing and I dislocated my uncle's finger because I threw him a pass and I guess he just like caught it wrong. Yeah, and it just like popped out of place. But he popped it back in, bro. Got back in there. You don't see NFL players doing
that. Heck no. They got to go in the locker room and get a big steroid shot, horse tranquilizer.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Would you do steroids if you had the chance?
Huh. How old am I?
I don't know. What year were you born?
No, how old am I in this scenario?
25.
No.
17.
I'd have to be over 50.
6. Wait, if you were over 50, you would do steroids?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not saying I would, but I'm saying I for sure won't under 50.
Okay. But you would think about it over 50.
Probably maybe cross my mind. I doubt it, though. Realistically, no.
No. When it came down to it, I feel like I would say no, too.
Yeah. Not for me.
Yeah. Have you ever known someone that did steroids?
Yeah. Probably. Nothing too crazy, but I know for a fact I probably know somebody who does steroids, but I don't know.
Shout out them.
Yeah. Do whatever you want to do. You know, it's your life. But how do you feel about steroids?
You know, I mean, as long as it's like, if it's someone like doing them and they like, is it possible to have a healthy relationship with steroids? Like, I feel like as long as you're not like killing your body, then it's fine.
Well, yeah, you're probably not if you have a healthy relationship with them, you're probably calling them supplements instead of steroids, right?
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I don't know. I mean, if it helps you better yourself physically and you're not like just destroying your body in the future, then I don't know why I would have a problem with it.
Yeah, I don't think I would take them.
All right, I think we've kind of covered. We were talking about steroids. I think it's time to call it a day.
Yeah, if you or a loved one has a steroid addiction,
call Josh's cell phone number.
Call my cell phone number. Yeah, I'll try to point you in the right direction.
Thank you to everyone who's spending their Black Friday with us. I do really feel like Black Friday is like, as a thing itself, has slowed down because like I feel like the sales start like 2 weeks early, right? So I feel like doorbuster sales or whatever, not a thing anymore. So instead of going shopping at 5 a.m., just wake up at 5 a.m. and listen to our pod and like and subscribe.
Throw the pod on. Get yourself a nice cup of tea or coffee if you're into that kind of thing. Or just a tall glass of water, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing wrong with starting your day with some water.
Or beer.
Or a beer, you know.
It's
the holiday. It's
the
you got
weekend.
tailgate for the football games.
So, but yeah, big shout out to everybody, the continued love and support. Big shout out to the people who answer our questions on Instagram. We're going to try to involve that more in the future. Try to get a little bit more interaction with everybody.
Yeah, engagement's huge.
So,
we really want to get to know our audience, so.
Yeah, please and if you ever have something that's on your mind that you would find it interesting if we talked about, please just send it to us because I feel like we're kind of scrambling for topics every week.
Yeah.
So,
see something interesting, you want to hear a couple opinions on it, send it our way.
Absolutely. Anything else? Last shout outs? Shout out my sister. Shout out her husband, John.
Yeah, his first live audience.
They're in the stew, so we appreciate them hanging out with us.
All right.
Okay. Love you guys.
Peace.